What's going on, people? What's going on? King Serene here. Before I begin the rest of this segment, remember to subscribe and like. If you have anything you want to say to me, negative, positive, post it, comment, say whatever. Any publicity is good publicity. All right, let's get this reached out. If you remember, I was starting off and I was reading with Let Us Make a Slave. If you remember, if you don't remember, watch part 1 to Let Us Make a Nigga is what I titled it. Let Us Make a Nigga. This is me, and we're back. I'm going to read the second part. Another second part to Let Us Make a Slave. So just listen up, tune in, and remember to subscribe. Last time where we left off at the origin and development of a social being called the Negro. The Let Us Make a Slave. What do we need? First of all, we need a black nigger, a pregnant nigger bitch, and her baby nigger boy. Second, we will use the same basic principles that we use in breaking a horse, combined with some more sustaining factors. What we do with horses is that we breed them from one form to life to another. That is, we reduce them from their natural state of mind and nature, whereas nature provides them with a natural capacity to take care of their needs and the needs of their offspring. We break that natural string of independence from them and thereby create a dependency state so that we may be able to get from the useful production for our business and pleasures. So all he's talking about is pretty much treating us, or which they did due to our, they forming us, right? Just stripping us of all our things naturally and reintroducing new ways. Okay, so stay with me. Cardinal principle for making a Negro. All these words are in this paper, if you see it. Cardinal principle for making a Negro. For fear that our future generations may not understand the principles of breaking both horse and men, we lay down the art. For if we are to sustain our basic economy, we must break and tie both beasts together, the nigger and the horse. We understand that the short-range economic planning results is periodically economic chaos. So that to avoid turmoil in the economy, it requires us to have breadth and depth in long-range comprehensive planning, articulating both skill and sharp perception. We lay down the following principles for long-range comprehensive economic planning. I'm going to read to you. It's 6 of them, the main 6 from William Lynch on the comprehensive economic planning. Number 1, both horse and nigger are no good to the economy in the wild or natural state. Number 2, both must be broken and tied together for orderly production. Number 3, for orderly futures, special and particular attention must be paid to the female and the young. Number 4, both must be crossbred to produce a variety and division of labor. Number 5, both must be taught to respond to a new peculiar language. Number 6, psychological and physical institutions of confinement must be created for both. If you don't understand these words, I'm not here to hold your hand. Go research some of these words. Okay, you want to know what them? Leave a comment. I'll catch up with you. I'll send you a briefing. We hold above 6 cardinal principles as truths to be self-evident based upon the following discourse concerning the economics of breaking and tying the nigger and the horse together, all exclusive for 6 principles laid down above. Neither principle alone will suffice for good economics. All principles must be employed for the orderly good of the nation. Accordingly, both a wild horse and a wild or natural nigger is dangerous even if captured, for they will have a tendency to seek their customary freedom, and in doing so, they might kill you in your sleep. So what I like to put on game is, you see how they talk to us, like how they describe us as animals. It's all a systematic plan. You cannot rest. They sleep while you are awake and are awake while you sleep. They are dangerous around the family house, and it requires too much labor to watch them away from the house. Above all, you cannot get them to work in their natural state. Hence, both the horse and the nigger must be broken. That is, break them from one form of mental life to another. Keep the body, take the mind, in order to break the will to resist. Now, the breaking process is the same for both horse and nigger, only slightly varying in degrees. But as we said before, there is an art in long-range economic planning. You must keep an eye and your thoughts on the female and the offspring of the horse and nigger. And I want you guys, I'm not making these words up. This is what it says in the passage. A brief discourse in offspring development will shed light on the key to sound economic principles. Pay little attention to the generation of original breaking, but concentrate on future generations. Therefore, if you break the female mother, she will break the offspring in early years of development. And when the offspring is old enough to work, she will deliver it up to you, for her normal female protective tendencies will have been lost in the original breaking process. For example, take the case of a wild stud horse, a female horse, and an already infant horse. Compare the breaking process with two captured nigger males in their natural state. A pregnant nigger bitch with her infant offspring. Take the stud horse, break him for limited containment. Completely break the female horse until she becomes very gentle, whereas you and anybody can ride her in comfort. Breed the mare and the stud until you have desired offspring. Then you can turn the stud to freedom until you need him again. Train the female horse whereby she will eat out of your hand, and she will, in turn, train the infant horses to eat out of your hand also. So you see how they're collectively they're showing you what they do. This is what they do at a lot of these slaughterhouses and shit with animals and shit. Where did racism stem from? Where did all this shit stem from? When did we become the beast? It actually happened to become, it is due to a Portugal man who pushed this imagery of the black man and black woman, and our children are dangerous, or not even just dangerous, but we're animals, right? So it's sad, but whatever. Only way out is in. Let me finish up on this last passage. When it comes to breaking the uncivilized niggers, use the same process but vary the degrees and step up the pressure as to do a complete reversal of the mind. Take the meanest and the most restless nigger, strip him of his clothes in front of the remaining male nigger, the female, and the nigger infant. Tar and feather him. Tie each leg to different horses faced in opposite directions. Set him afire and beat both the horses to pull him apart in front of the remaining niggers. The next step is to take a bullwhip and beat the remaining nigger male to the point of death in front of the female and the infant. Don't kill him, but put the fear of God in him, for he can be useful in future breeding. And I want to put on game to you how he said, put the fear of God in him. So, let's talk Christianity. Let's talk this book, this same book that was forced upon us. You went to these religious cycles because, remind you, your spirit has been broken. We are a spiritual people. They knew that from afar. They're watching you do your restless, your blah, blah, like we're chanting and all of that. And they're taking that as if, just know they know who you are. And I like to put on game like how he said, don't kill him, but put the fear of God in him. So this is also my problem. You're saying God okayed this. So where was God when we were in slavery? He watched us. Now I want you guys to understand that a lot of these things have already been written thousands of years ago. So we're just here living it. There's nothing new under the sun. Nothing at all. Okay? If you enjoyed this passage, continue to subscribe to me. And the last passage, we're going to make the last passage. You guys enjoy the night. Happy holidays.